Hello, welcome to another episode of Not Alone Talks. I'm Oscar, and it's just me again. Oh, poor you. Wow, we're back, and let's face it, last week hasn't been the happiest of weeks. There's been so much in the news, so I thought this week we just have a bit of fun, watch a couple of nice videos, and go from there. Really, there's one serious one I'm going to end with today, unfortunately. But hey, can't have too much fun, not on the internet. Hey, I thought let's kick things off, shall we? Straight away with a video. We're going to go with this Roomba video, which I thought was just amazing. Here we go. Have a look. I love it so much. It's a little gay Roomba. I thought, what an amazing thing. And that is coming to the Pride and Sorrow shop. No, I'm only joking. But I thought it was so cool. I would love that. Imagine you're just sitting down and you watch a little rainbow drive past you. It's amazing. What more could you really need? I just thought it was great. Do you know, I would absolutely love to have a Roomba. I've been thinking about it for a while now. I'm so lazy. I hate hoovering. It's one of my least favorite tasks that I have to do when it comes to housework. And Roomba would just make my life so much easier. Except I could imagine it just decking it down. Wrong side. We head down these stairs. I think might be too much of a dangerous environment for a Roomba. There you go. Oh dear. Anyway, let's carry on, shall we? Let's put on another video. Now, this one, I was hoping to have a lesbian co-host who could explain it to me, but hey, we'll just go ahead. Let's have a look.
I cannot believe I caught this.
I forgot my rings.
Okay. You want to get them back?
Can I? Yeah. Okay. My rings. That's the whole reason I'm a lesbian.
I would love to understand, like, rings, lesbians, does this make me a leser? It doesn't make sense. I suppose maybe there's this new thing about lesbians wearing rings or something. I don't know. I was really hoping some qualification, but hey, it made me laugh a little bit. So I thought, why not? Am I right? Yeah, please, in the comment sections, allow me to understand why lesbians have rings. That would be really interesting to know. I just assumed that they were for everyone, but mind you, I mean, I'm sure if they are, you won't want to leave the house without your rings, hey? Oh, dearie me. Wow, we're going through these quite quickly, and I wish there was more for me to say about that, but I don't know. Don't know enough about it. Let's just crack on, shall we, with our next video.
Guys, I'm at the Boots drive-through. Look at that. Please beep only once the bell broken. I really have become British because I don't want to beep the horn. I don't want to beep the horn. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
This is controversial because if it was me, I would actually love to live in a country where you can use your horn for everything. I have to admit, I am one of those people that's like, oh, I'm not sure if this is the right time to use it. I think the only time I've actually honked my horn has been one time by accident, and another time when I was actually in a car crash. And other than that, I've never used my horn. But I would love to just be able to just sit in traffic and just honk away, like you see on the telly when they're in New York or something. I love it, but I suppose I'm pretty sure the law says that it's only to attract attention. I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe I feel like I don't get enough attention. I need to start dressing even more crazily instead of just wanting to honk a horn. But I thought, apparently this isn't a thing. Oh, there we go. But I mean, that's an interesting way to do it. Imagine you'd have to be sat there listening for horns all day long, which would just drive me bonkers, really. But, wow. Now, something that, of course, has been happening this week is there's been lots of, well, not protests. There was a vigil in London, of course, after a horrible, horrible event. And unfortunately, it wasn't handled too well by the police. And I thought this video summed it up in not a humorous way, but, it was a bit different. So let's have a look.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I mean, there's no way to come back from it, is there? Well, I don't want to get too political because that was last week. But, you know, I personally feel that the conduct of the police on the weekend was not great. And I don't know the events leading up to it, but realistically, you know, this was a protest against or a vigil against violence against women, and they used violence. It just didn't quite make sense to me. It didn't line up at all. And I have quite strong views, but maybe I won't go into too much detail with that one. But no, yeah, it's pretty poor, really, isn't it? When you're in a situation like that, and where the whole vigil was peaceful for the most part, and then all of a sudden it kicks off when there's a police presence. It just didn't quite line up to me personally. And there definitely has been this sort of air of the media trying to spin it now and make them look good again and stuff. But I personally didn't think so. Now, of course, this leads to a bigger issue, which is, as of, well, today, the Parliament are debating whether or not to change our rights to protest. And essentially, the restrictions just do not make sense to me personally, in the sense that you're no longer allowed to protest if it's going to cause anyone an inconvenience. And that includes an unuseful level of noise. I mean, come on. That's ridiculous. And, you know, it actually puts loads of different things that people love into the category that means they might now be illegal. I mean, you look at Notting Hill Carnival, which of course its origins were as a protest against racism and the treatment of, I believe it was Caribbean people, but that may be off. But that was its original. I mean, you look at Pride's protest. It's a protest for LGBT equal rights. And again, that's just something that this move could possibly damage. I mean, let alone that, though, you look at the protests like the Black Lives Matters protests and the environmental protests, they're all going to be completely illegal. And I mean, certain things such as damaging a statue can now get you longer in prison, sexual assault, which just doesn't add up at all to me. Now there is a petition going around, but of course, you know, all that's going to happen is that the petition is to discuss this in Parliament, but Parliament are going to possibly vote to start this legislation. So it just doesn't really line up to me, and it's quite considerably worrying, really. Yeah, but that's my rant on that. Now let's go back to a really meaningful video. This was sent to me by Yana, who's a member of the Pride and Surrey team, and I thought it was fantastic, so I just wanted to share it today.
Now I have expectations where it's like, if I were to do this, or if I were to give you, are you strong enough? Are you capable of being someone that's going to be in my life? That's how I approach things now. And I'm not being conceited. I'm saying it's actually an honor to be with me, because I think I'm a great person and I love people deeply, and I won't tolerate ever being treated the way that I had been.
I love that video so much. I think it's so powerful. It's talking really of a message of self-love there. Like, you know, this is me, and I only want people around me who are going to treat me right. I think it's just perfect. It's such a good way to look at things as well. You know, so many of us have people involved in our lives that don't necessarily treat us well. And I think the point of that video is to say, well, actually, I deserve to be treated well. And I'm going to be, and I really love that. Well, I've got one last video today, which was sent to me by Kel. Now, just a pre-warning that this video does have some homophobic language in it, but I thought it was important to have a look at. So, yeah.
Go to church anyway? Huh? No, you don't. Mm-mm. Do you guys know how to get to heaven? Huh?
I don't know you guys at all.
I know. I just see you guys. You guys aren't like girlfriends, are you? Okay, all right. Just
But
cause.
if it was, it's genuinely none of your business.
Yeah, you're right. But I just want to let you guys know, because they don't teach you young kids anything about God anymore, that it's not the right way to live. So.
Well, if you force it on somebody,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
no,
right.
I'm not forcing it, but the truth's got to be out there, because I know they
I mean, I don't know. You kind of came over here out of like nowhere, and like we have like no clue who you
Yeah,
are.
I know. God told me to come over to talk to you guys.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
all right, girls. God bless. Jesus saves.
Actual. Bro, my heart is racing.
I don't know how they didn't deck her. That's my opinion to that video. No, I was sent to me as a news article, and I didn't watch it because I wanted to live react to it. So that was the first time I actually watched that video, and it makes me really, really angry. Really angry, because first off, I don't know who she is or why she thinks she has the audacity to approach random children in the street and start lecturing them about their lives. But she clearly thinks that she's somebody, and I mean, pop off, sis, but not in that direction. Do you know what I mean? How dare she? And you know, if you were to approach a child in the street in the normal sense, then that would never be appropriate. You know, never, ever, ever, ever. And it just did not make sense to me at all. And then to do it under the eyes of I'm caring and I'm loving you, like, oh no, you're not. Get off. Like, what? I can't believe that people still have the audacity to approach people and speak to them like that these days. But unfortunately, they do. So crappy, I know, but hey, I think those kids did an amazing job of handling that, because like I say, I would not have been so polite. So good for them. Right, wow, would you believe it? I've gone through all those videos already. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll be back on Monday, hopefully with another guest host, who knows. But by all means, if you have some videos you'd like me to have a look at, if you have any suggestions for the show, you can pop an email to oscar@prideinsurrey.org. I'd be very happy to hear from you. And until next week, have a wonderful week. Thank you everyone for watching. Bye-bye.